My brothers and I, we were legends. In the traveling carnival, the amazing Brothers Blaga. None compared. In the ring, we fight Moroi, we fight Strigoi, we fight Verkolak, we fight Prikolich. Once, for a great show to a dark prince, a sorcerer summoned an archdemon from hell, and we fought that too. We put on a great show. We served the head to the prince on a platter. And then we fought him and all his court to the death. These were glorious times. I am naked without them. They went into the forest without me to fight the wolves, and they did not come back. We are like links in a chain, and when you remove one of them, it was rash. It was stupid. I am mad at them. I should have been there. I only hope at the end they put on a great show worthy of the amazing Brothers Blaga. One time, the amazing Brothers Blaga, they fought their own shadows. It was a glorious fight.
Mami! 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 Intrus! Usurpator!
Lasane pace. What do you want? We are just poor farmers. We have broken no laws. They are not human.
They make good sausage. Ah, Mummy, that hurt.
We do not speak of sausages in front of strangers. My boy hunts strigoi and shapeshifters, same as you.
Not as tasty as the Blajin, or the forest fairies, or the...
The Padori do make an excellent stew. And why let it all go to waste? And so? What makes us different from you? We're on the same side in this war. It is humans against the rest of them, the unhumans, the lesser species. Do not judge us. Do not be so sanctimonious. The only difference between us is that they call you hero and they call us murderers. Hypocrites. We do their dirty work and they shake their heads, but they still look the other way and allow us to
Kill. I like to kill. To feel the soft flesh tearing. The warm blood running.
Silvio! Not in front of strangers.
Sorry, Mummy.
You have been a bad boy. Go do your work. Go! You should be thanking us. We are helping, making things easier for all of you. Oh, it is so easy to call us evil, to call us monsters. But you cannot do anything about it. You will not. Your leaders will not. You cannot wash your hands of us. You need us. Your world needs us. To do what you cannot do. You need us!
Lucrurile mărunte, plânsul. Îl fac pe Silviu pericit. Fac curnati pentru Silviu. Huh?
You. Intruder. Usurper.
Mummy, she's mad at you. But she says you're too strong to make sausage from. And people are not for sausages. Only unpeople. Dirty fairies. Blajin.
Dirty. Dirty. Dirty.
Silvio! Puerta te frumos! You ought not to listen to him. He is not well in the head. His father had the syphilis. He was born weak. He is strong here, but not so strong here.
Mummy!
Shush, you! You are very rude to come here into our home and tell us that we are wrong in what we do. This is our home, our land, our forest, not yours. You are from the outside. Outsiders do not understand. We have lived here for many generations, and always the Demirs have served a purpose. Without us, the filthy fairies of the forest would have spread their dark magics. They would have poisoned your world. We have kept them away from your people. We have kept you safe long before you even knew they existed. Long before. Boy? What are you doing?
Mummy? The dirty animals.
They nothing. Go, boy. Go clean up that mess you made in the shed. You are not welcome here.
You're not death. When my death comes, he will be taller, with eyes flashing like winter ice. Beautiful. Fuck, I hate this forest. There's no peace. It's as loud as those strip clubs Adrian dragged us around to in Bucharest. Meat markets filled with lost souls. I wish I had never come out here. I wish I was dead. I will be, if I go back. Adrian will cut his initials in my neck. That fucking poser. I lost some things. Things I was supposed to drive back to the city. I don't know what. I didn't ask. And I don't care. Those disgusting pigmen took whatever it was. Away into the fucking forest. It'll probably kill them. Messily. Nothing the morning light touches has a beautiful death. That was my mistake. I believed their shit. Adrian said, "You want to see the real face of the night?" The others, poor Rada, those silly French girls and their boyfriend were too smashed to argue. He would have forced them if they had, like he forced me. He's nothing. No one. Just a bully with a razor blade who can't even drive. Oh, it's you. Forgot to bring the bullets. Bang, bang. I'm no danger. Not to you. And I can't hurt myself from smoking mar... Did you hear that? All I want is to finish this joint, paint my nails one last time, and slip into a warm coma. Something out of the corner of my eye keeps wrecking my shit. Why won't they just come out and finish it? I'm not scared! Adrian must have sent someone to find me. I knew it. It takes morning light to be this much of an asshole. Always mind games, until you're ready to ask for the abuse, and say, "Thank you so much," after. I know you don't want to save me. That's fine. I wouldn't either. I don't even want to be saved, except... You can't let me go out like this. Like in some stupid slasher movie. It's so fake. I don't want to go to my death faking it. I don't want to go to my death with bad hair. Fuck. You're alive. You wouldn't understand.
Hi there. My father is expecting you. Zaha told us Mijas, too, that you were coming. He should be around here somewhere.
No!
Please?
No!
We'll do anything.
No! You will do anything?
Well, almost anything.
I see. Almost anything.
We just want to help. We're so bored and...
Bored. You're bored. My light. I expected more from you. And as for you, young man, if you are ever going to become the leader you need to be, you must not waver when challenged, or do something simply because you are bored. You need to learn discipline and patience. And the answer is no.
Father!
And if I see either of you skirting your duties today, I will make you wish you had not been born. Ha! At last! The chosen one is here.
Father, please.
I'm just telling a joke. You're not the first to come here seeking glory and riches, and you will not be the last. All of you so eager to be the great hero, to defeat the darkness. Let me tell you about darkness. We Draculesti have been fighting vampires since Vlad Dracula himself founded our order. Half a millennium and change, and many generations of slayers. Now the Kakat is hitting the ventilator again. A great evil is rising, a storm is coming, and so on and so on. Ah, I say, business as usual. Another day at the office, is that not what you say back in the real world? You can keep your oracles and your prophecies. We believe in what we can see and touch and fight. But there is just one thing. The difference is... this time, the prophecies may be accurate. I do not like prophecies. I find them counterproductive. If everyone believes the future is already written, they stop fighting, they stop caring. But the Draculesti, we were founded on prophecy. Some things are foretold, and we were once told about the return of a vampire queen, and of darker things. That is why we are here now. Prophecies are usually worthless, but there are things written in signs and symbols that may be of great value. We should never ignore the lessons of the past. And in this case, the past is still very much with us, around us. I wish I could tell you more. All I know is that it looks and it feels like everything is in place for what was foretold to come to pass. We are few, and our task is simply to do what we know to do, and nothing more. We need help. The Draculesti were founded on prophecy, and that prophecy remains with us, in signs and symbols. I am not one for riddles, but you seem like the right person for the job. It is a cursed and haunted village, inhabited only by evil spirits from the past. It is a place where no one, and I do mean no one, ventures. Death lurks around every corner. Ghouls and ghosts roam the empty streets, hungry for fresh souls. Darker things slither through the cracks and across the broken cobblestones. The dark spirits are particularly fond of young souls. Anyone who dies within those accursed walls are forever imprisoned. They can only be released when the Draculesti return to free the village that rightfully belongs to them and lift the curse of the Dark Queen.
Father, are you telling stories again?
Yes, of course. Stories are important.
Aren't you always the one who says we have more important things to do than sit around and listen to stories?
But this is an important story, my sweet. It teaches us things about history And about what stirs in the ruins of the ancient village.
Mm-hmm. And why, then, are the children listening? Are they going to go on an excursion to the village?
Well, no, but they should still learn about our heritage and history. And one day, they too will have to fight the lurking horrors of Dracula's village! For days, our people stood tall against Mara's forces. But in the end, even the brave Draculesti were defeated through bitter betrayal.
It's getting harder to go out into the forest to hunt or gather roots and berries. The Strigoi and Varkalok we're ready for and can fight easily. It's the things we do not know that frighten us. The creeping horror of the forest itself is tainting not just the vegetation in the ground, but the water itself. The water we rely on to drink. Soon, it won't be just a corner of the forest that's contaminated, but all of it. All of this ancient forest, and the creatures that once lived in it, magical creatures, will be driven out for good.
They are as unnatural as the vampires and the wolves, and I say good riddance.
Father! That is just not true. You can't lump all non-humans together into one. They're as different as we are.
Perhaps so, but they should stick with their own and stay far away from human affairs. I see no need to get mixed up in fairy affairs.
Well, this disease affects us too. Not just this forest if it keeps spreading, but all of Gaia.
We have other concerns right now, like the entire Strigoi army at our doorstep.
And disregard an even potentially greater threat?
Daughter of mine, that is why they are here. They can deal with this new enemy, and we can deal with our sworn enemy of old. It's not like we don't have enough work to do, or warriors to spare.
You have to forgive my father. He has old-fashioned beliefs. The Draculesti do good deeds, but we're not particularly open-minded to new ideas. It concerns me that the water is being tainted by the fungal disease, but I've spoken to locals who say that there's a water plant somewhere in the forest that may serve to keep the waters clean and perhaps even stop the sickness from spreading. Then we can hunt and gather again, and only have to worry about the enemy we know, not the one we don't.
Take that, Strigoi. Feel the fury of my blade.
Oh, be careful, my prince.
Don't worry, my lady. You are safe, my lady, from the darkest darkness of this.
Watch out!
You think you can sneak up on me? Do you know who I am? I am the mighty Prince Dracula of Wallachia, champion of the Draculesti, and savior of the world. Victory! I have slain all the Strigoi, my lady. I'll take my reward now.
I am not kissing you.
What? I don't want you to kiss me.
Well, I'm not.
Good.
Good.
That was serviceable, but still far from perfect. I heard that the two of you have been leaving the camp again.
He said that he wanted to show me.
She wanted me to show her.
Quiet! Just be happy that Milosh didn't find out. Yet.
He thinks he's some big hero. He keeps forgetting that he's 10, and that his sword is made of wood.
Well, you're a girl.
Girls fight just as well as boys. And he may be only 10 and his sword made of wood, but he's of the Draculesti, and he's brave. Remember this. What happened?
He wanted to show me the fireworks.
At the power station.
It was pretty, but there were monsters there also.
The mushroom things.
I see. And have you been told not to go anywhere near the power station, or indeed to leave the camp?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Go. Go! This is not good news.
Well, you broke it.
Me? You dropped it?
Yeah, because you didn't want to carry it. And I tripped over you, remember?
But I tripped on a root.
Well, you should have watched your stupid feet then, shouldn't you?
It's no use. It's completely broken.
It looks really old.
I know. It's probably worth like $1,000.
Do you think there are more like it at the church?
I don't think so. I've never seen anything like it. Do you think we should tell Milosh?
He'll just yell at us for playing at the church.
He never yells at me.
That's because you're a girl. He yells at me, and he's going to yell at me for breaking the stone.
So you're admitting you did break the stone?
Nuh-uh, did not. But Milosh will think that I did, because you're a girl, and you're his favourite.
I'm not his favourite. Emilia is his favourite. Take it back.
Favourite, favourite, favourite. Ow! That hurt!
You never fight more enemies than you can handle. You must be brave, but not stupid. And you learn to use both the blade, the gun, and your hands. Come! The both of you, come here. All right. Now, the two of you will fight.
What?
But she's...
A girl? Do you think you'll never have to fight a girl? They come in girl as well, the monsters.
I'm not fighting him.
That doesn't matter, because I'm not fighting you.
You don't think I can beat you?
I didn't say... No.
Ow!
Sorry.
One-handed. Use the other hand for balance. It will give you more control.
Hey!
Good. The both of you. Very good. You learn quickly, and you're both clever. A good fighter is as much in here as here, You will not defeat the enemy with strength alone. You also need a good head. And the two of you make a good team. You'll be slayers yet.
So, are we ready for the trial?
I think we are. Right, Mijas?
Are you ready for the... Oh! Oh! Oh, no, no, no. Maybe one day, but not now. Oh.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. I would have beat you, though.
As if. You were lucky Mijas stopped me when he did.
I was lucky. You got lucky. I was just about to kick your scrawny butt.
Scrawny butt? Who are you to talk about scrawny? Just look at you.
Watch where you're stepping. There are precious plants here you can't even see with the naked eye. We've got wolf's blood and king's foil, moly and raskovnik. There's even... What do you have? Come on, let's see it. It's got him curious and me doubly so. I didn't take you for a prophecist. You don't look the part. Besides, this is not so much a prophecy as it is... I knew he brought me here for a reason. And not just to read the palms of those gypsies. Sorry, the Draculesti. They're fiercely proud, and this tells their story. It's interesting. And what I find the most interesting is what it doesn't say. All right, I'm not forgetting about you. Quite. I guess that's why we're here also. Always a good reason, never immediately obvious. I'd say this one is pretty clear, however. She who once loved and fell will rise again. The hand that held her heart will prove her bane. Well, clear-ish, as these things go. There's plenty of references to the three. The owl, the eagle, and the dragon. The three warriors stood bravely together in war. By oath, they were bound to the 60 and 4. The owl I reckon you're familiar with. I know nothing about the eagle, but the third. The dragon, Vlad Dracula himself, is past due to be brought back from the Apasambeti, from beyond death. Ought to be interesting seeing what history is made of him. In my trade, you quickly learn to distrust historians. What I do know is that he famously fought his lover-turned-vampire Mara, but he was unable or unwilling to destroy her completely. Love. Such a lamentable thing. I've learned to stay far away. We do know that Mara is back and in charge of a vast army of vampires, though her true purpose lies somewhere in the mountains beyond our understanding. And he who held her heart, Dracula, is the only one who can banish her again. Apa Vie and Apa Moarta, the water of life and the water of death, two halves of a circle to be mixed with Apa Sambete. I can only assume they'll trigger a chemical reaction of sorts to bring back his life force from the world ocean where it's been floating for all these years. Like a seed. It's almost like working with my flowers, making something grow and bloom from almost nothing. Apa Vie, the light of the morning, Apa Moarta, the final forewarning, joined at his tomb to bring the dragon to life, so that he may put an end to his bitch of a wife. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Goddess almighty! You scared me half to death. Oh, shut up. You know I have good reason to be worried with what's out there. The forest is a dangerous place for humans. It was one of the last refuges of the Fae folk. When the human world wanted no more of them, they came here to be left alone. But the vampires don't respect the truce between the fairies and the outside world, and it's caused no end of trouble. The weaker ones are hunted and killed by the Vampire Queen's footmen. The stronger ones? The stronger ones, they're the ones who concern me. Instead of simply striking back at the vampires, they're killing. Indiscriminately. The Fata Paduri. They are many, and they are mad. Mamu Paduri was always a bit mad, mind you. But she kept to her part of the forest. Now... Goddess, be kind! You can't just run off like that to fight her and her brood. It's their forest, and she's tricksy. The music attracts Mamu Paduri. It's her weakness, and it'll draw her out of her lair. Try to understand. She's like a wild animal that's been hurt. She's not accountable for her actions. That doesn't excuse it, but... Please try to understand what it is made her this way. Before you put a stop to her.
You're not wrong. It is clear enough now that this prophecy concerns us. Kukovea the owl and the dragon. Dracula. But the eagle... There is nothing in our history about an eagle.
It's a Roman eagle. Father...
I thought I told you to stay away from him, Emilia.
He's a good man.
He's a man.
He's old. He's... really old.
Ha! That did not stop your mother.
I'm going to stop listening to you now. There is a man who lives in the mountains nearby. Octavian. This eagle is all over his house. It's carved into door frames, hung on walls. He carries a medallion. It's everywhere. The Roman eagle.
Not this nonsense again.
Octavian has spoken about arriving here with Roman legionnaires almost 2,000 years ago.
Bah! He is lying!
And you know this because it's not like he'd be the first immortal I ever met. Or ever will meet.
Fine, fine. There is an infinite supply of immortals, but Octavian is not one of them. He's just a sad old man who likes the company of...
Of what? Of what, Papa? Come on, say it.
Forget it.
Say it!
I'm a beautiful girl! A young woman.
That's all, is it? That's the only reason him and I are friends? Not because I'm intelligent or courteous or friendly or interesting, but because I'm young and pretty.
No, this is not at all what I meant. Sweet daughter of mine.
Don't even. And don't talk to me ever again!
Oh, Gaia cursed me with daughters and no sons. Oh, at least the rest of them are married off and have escaped this life. I hate to admit it, but she is often right. She's smart. Smarter than me. And if there was any justice, she would take on my mantle when I pass. But the law is the law, and only a male heir can wear this crown. We don't actually have a crown. It's a metaphorical one. I would not waste my time with this Octavian character. Even my daughter, bless her heart, makes mistakes, and he is one of them. He's a bitter and lonely old man who spins tales to win the favors of a young woman. He cannot possibly be your eagle. You will have to keep looking, I'm afraid. There is nothing more I can tell you. And now to do a father's duty and apologize for being an ass. Emilia! Emilia! Your father has been a royal fool!
Huh? I mistake you for one made from older stars. Something about you. No matter. I change my tongue. This tongue It is as old as the rivers. I followed every river from Rubicon to Karen. Good stones. Old stones. Many of your dreams come from under the stones. The stone remembers. It has been held by hands stained with clay and blood. It pines for when the sea covered all, and it dreads the starved cities. Not your strange trees or your square caves. In a little time over them, moss will grow. Nothing will grow here again. This city does not belong. But when a hole is opened, it spills out and spills out. Much before the star stuff of you, I saw hungry machines wider than mountains. I was made of stone and soil then. Much violence happened to close the holes and end the cities. The world broke apart. Everything changed. It was without violence for a little time. Rivers filled the cracks in the world. I followed every river from Rubicon to Karen. I remember another like you. It was a season past, or maybe 25 winters. A man comes searching for the old traveler's rest. Inside, he makes circles of chalk and salt. He seeks to open the hole that screams in the world, the place of starved cities. He comes to my bridge. Wicker he is. I am fond of riddles, and he riddles me. Wicker disguises his words to seem no wiser than man should be. He grows tired of this game much before I do. Then Wicker speaks in the oldest tongue. He has cut it to his own mouth to allow these sounds. I show him fossil warnings, stories of stones. It is the truth of what he seeks. He will not hear it. In his mind is an age that never truly existed. I tell him the hole has healed over with new soil. I tell him I am made of earth and cannot lie. I do not tell him I learned to lie from man. Our story ends there, yes. I do not think the story of Wicker has.
Despised by angels, resented by demons. I apologize for this rude awakening to how alone and friendless man truly is in a pitiless universe. From its very formation, the universe has been unfair. It tends towards everything in its place, hates an overachiever, and what defines mankind? If not the need to commit great works, and to be made to suffer for them. The city is ruined, in its death throes. Entire demon tribes are decimated. Senseless slaughter to what end? It's over, Saccharissa.
No hard feelings, Chief. It was fun.
But you have won. So be gracious in victory. Treasure the home you can still return to. Protect it from the human stain of petty rivalries. Or this shall be your future. Rust and vultures. Never come back to this place. Tell them that you saw the Hell Dimensions were lost in entropy. Tell them that Wicca is gone. A foolish man. My kin, do not come before me abject. Raise your proud and terrible heads. I will find you another world. A better world. Where angels fear to tread, and man is a cautionary tale.
Come for the eagle, have you? He left a long time ago. Go on, off with you. Find someone else to pester and let me sleep. Why won't you let an old man simply rest in peace? The irony of immortality. I've been 70 years old for near on 2 millennia, with every ache and pain that comes with it. Lilith knew exactly how to make me suffer. And then there's bloody Dracula and his bloody Draculesti. She cursed me with immortality, he with responsibility. I've been waiting since he passed. The fate of this world, he said, in my hands. Well, fuck that. Fuck the world. Fuck Dracula and Mara and Lilith. Fuck everyone trying to turn the earth into their own twisted paradise. I know Emilia means well, the sweet girl. She's as cursed with the innocence of youth as I am with the bitter taste of old age. I've had enough of it, and I only want to be left be. There's nothing worth saving in this world, and perhaps the end of it will also see an end to my curse. Perhaps the death of everything will allow me to finally... What we do in life echoes in eternity. But what if your life is eternal? What becomes of the echoes? I'll tell you. They thunder and roar. They become deafening reminders of your failures. They remind you that you once stood with the blood of murdered friends on your hands, and that it was all for naught. And when you've listened long enough, you realize there's no absolution, no redemption, no point to any of it. So don't tell me how we can change the world and how I am needed. This world has nothing left to offer me. Nothing worth saving. And I couldn't care less if it all burned. Just Leave me alone.
Thank you for saving me, Octavian. I thought you believed that nothing was worth saving.
I'm not without a heart, Amelia.
No. I know that you're not heartless. You're good.
I just don't see the point of fighting anymore.
Even if it's just to save one person's life, it's worth the fight. It's worth the pain and the suffering. It's worth the sacrifices. If you can love one person and protect that person, then your life has been worth living.
And if it's all destined to happen again, what then?
Then someone else will stand up and fight. And someday, maybe the circle is broken and we win and move on. Maybe this is that time. Then maybe not. But even if it isn't, we keep fighting. To give others the chance to live and die and love and fight. Let them decide whether or not their existence is pointless. I think you'll find that most of them will choose to live and love and fight. I would. I want that choice. And if you can give us that choice, even if you've given up all hope, you should.
I've kept it for so long, even after I stopped believing in it. He gave it to me for safekeeping. Vlad said I'd know when to use it, when the time was right again. This is for her, not for you or what you represent, but for her and what she represents. She's right. The circle may be broken yet, but if not this time, you'll need to head up into the mountains. They're digging again, deeper than ever. And whatever is happening down there, it's a ruse. Mara is planning something big, the end of this world. This is our last chance. Of that, I'm sure.
So strange. Travelers wish to pay toll to cross my bridge. Much mistaken in the telling of that story. It is I who have given the treasures, willingly. Yes, treasure of tales. Gold and amber slip through men's hands with no value. If man has so much care for sparkling, he should gather the morning dew. It sparkles every sunrise. Stories are our life. We exist only for the little time we are spoken of. When the stories are stopped, the sons and daughters of the wild are gone. As we came out of the earth, we have passed back into it. My gift to you is, it will not be so soon you say our farewells. You shall find the hidden names of us, born from the forest heart, the painted egg, the cut of young men's love. Moses, Yeli,
Lodging. Marjorie. In a little time, none will be left here with these names. Gather them, protect them, take them with you far away. Be the world's memory. That is my treasure.
You! We hear that many of you and your kings and queens do not know what Dracula's do. What our clan is accomplishing, huh? This is not good. I will show you the work we do. Aside from slaying vampires, although it is our most important task, there is more to this life than to hunt Strigoi. Come, I'll take you on the grand tour.